Hi, I'm Cameron. I just read comics. I love them. Welcome back to another episode of Cameron Reads Comics. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Black Canary, Best of the Best by Tom King and Ryan Sook. Let's get into it. For accessibility, you really don't need to know much about Black Canary. I think it's important to know, though, that she is a great freaking fighter. One of the best fighters in the DC universe, and that is kind of the idea that this story explores. She's also a major legacy character. I would argue that she's the second most important female in the DC universe. It's Wonder Woman and then Black Canary. When it comes to women in the DC universe, superheroes, I think she's just up there. I think she should be a founding member of the Justice League. And in Earth 2, she is. She's just been around forever. An important part of her origin that also gets explored in this story is that there are two Black Canaries. There is the JSA founding member, Dinah Drake. She's the Black Canary of the Golden Age who you see in really early DC comics. Member of the JSA. Mother to the second, Dinah Lance. Okay, that's the current Black Canary, the love interest of Green Arrow, member of the JLA. That's the difference. And so another factor relationship that's really important to explore is the mother-daughter legacy relationship. This story poses the question, who is the greatest fighter in the DC universe? Is it Lady Shiva or is it Black Canary? Can I also just say, I love that it's between two women. I get it. Batman knows all the kung fu. He's a human, but he kicks ass. I get it, but I'm also give anyone else some sort of one-up. So I love that it's Lady Shiva, who's super, mother of Cassandra Cain, one of the most badass women in DC Comics, against Black Canary. And the story takes place over 6 rounds of a fight. It's an MMA ultimate fighting kind of style, so there's no rules, just 6 rounds. Whoever wins. Versus Black Canary and Lady Shiva. Each issue is a round, which is really cool. And it cuts between Black Canary's life, training for this, her relationship with her mom, and then cuts back in and out of that round of fighting. So Dinah Drake, Black Canary's mom, has been diagnosed with cancer and she is dying. It gets revealed that Vandal Savage comes to Dinah Drake before the fight and offers that if Black Canary throws the fight, he'll cure her mom. If she wins, her mom dies. And so the story is her before the fight, coming to terms with that, coming to terms with her mom's illness and training for the fight. What was her relationship with her mom? Her mom is the one training her. I think a lot of people would think Ted Grant would be training her. Ted Grant's in the story, but not much. Okay, so it's really her and Dinah Lance, Dinah Drake dynamic at play. It's an exploration of a parent's expectations, legacy, and there is a lens that it could be filtered through child abuse. But it can also be seen as one of the definitive Black Canary stories, looking at her as a character more than Oliver Queen's girlfriend, which I love. Again, I think this character is so important, and so for her to get this series with this team, I think it's one of the best things that could have come from it. I'm glad it explores her as the best fighter of the DC universe, because if someone was to make that argument, I think this story is kind of what makes it more valid. And if someone was to bring that up before time, I'm oh wow, that'd be really interesting. So I'm not going to tell you who wins the fight. I want you to go read the story and check it out. Okay, now for the art. Ryan Sook is one of the best artists currently working. I was so glad to know that he was working on this book. Even this cover was the announcement of this title happening. I was just so glad. This book is a shining example of how polished his style is. He draws women phenomenally, and especially the Black Canary. There's one page that was shared right before this first issue came out of all the superheroes getting together and watching in their secret identities. They're watching the fight happen at Ollie's house. It is just a murderer's row of showing via the context what they would be doing at the party, what they would be wearing in their lives to see what would happen here. So I thought that was absolutely incredible. And then the fight sequences, I think he is one of the most emotive. He shows emotion really well through facial expression, which is so rare. You never get to see that. He also balances color really well between the flashbacks and the current fight happening. I thought it was incredible. It's just really, really, really well done. Ryan Sook showed up for this book. And the cool part is Tom King gave him the entire script before. So All of the writing was done, and Tom King just gave to Ryan Sook and let him go off, which I really appreciate. This story is Tom King doing what Tom King does best, which is take a character that's underappreciated, get an all-star team, write a story that strips them down to who they really are, what we love about them. And I thought this was, it was just so par for the course, and I loved it. I love that reason, because I think this character is so underutilized and seen as a girlfriend and not as a freaking badass. So this story made her a badass. 6 issues was also the perfect duration for a story like this. Like, I love the formatting of the round dynamic. Ryan Sook was also the perfect artist for this book. I just thought he really just hit a home run on everything he was doing here. I also really appreciate the reconciling of the Dinah Drake and like addressing all of the DC history and making it a specific canon. Like, I love that. I really appreciated that, because I love the Golden Age. I love the JSA, and I want Black Canary just to be a founding member of a team because she deserves it. It was just a really solid story. I really, really liked it. And now for my rating, I give this an 8.1 out of 10. I thought it was absolutely awesome. My name's Cameron. I don't just read comics. I love them. See you guys next time.